morning, y'all. We are leaving Rattle River Hostel here in Gorham, New Hampshire, near Gorham. We've got about 16, 17 miles to do to the Maine, New Hampshire border. Don't know if we're gonna get that done today or not. Either today or tomorrow, one of the two. It was a great stay at the Rattle River, really enjoyed it, and would recommend it to anybody that's watching, looking to get an idea of maybe places to stay. This is just basically right after coming off of Mount Moriah and the White Mountains. So you jump off that mountain and you go straight by that place. So nice place back there. Enjoyed it, got a shower, got laundry done, resupplied, and now we are headed north. And Jeff is back. He took a zero there at Rattle River to wait on me, and I met him yesterday when I got there. So he's actually ahead of me today. Didn't leave until a little after him. But we got plans. We're gonna meet up at one of these shelters up through here. So that's the story, and let's get it going. Headed to Maine. And we're back on the trail. $1,900 down and out. 292 to go. That's all we got left in this journey. Headed to Gentian Pond Shelter, meeting Jeff there. Originally we had thought about just stopping there if the weather looked like it was gonna be bad. They are calling for some rain and thunderstorms, but I believe we can push on to the next shelter and still make it before that. It would help if I had some service out here and could check the radar and the forecast. But right now it's just kind of foggy, overcast, no rain yet, thankfully. So I'll meet up with him in a minute. We'll figure out where we're going. All right, guys, we made it to the top of Mount Success. Jeff, do you feel successful?
I successfully conquered this beast.
He did it. We both did it. And now we're getting ready to cross that last state line into Maine. We're excited and tired. All right, let's do it. We did it. Georgia to Maine. We did it. Jeez, it feels good. Well, just like my hat says, Maine to Georgia. That's what it says, but it's really been Georgia to Maine for me. Man, it feels good. That's as good a feeling as I've had on the trail, knowing that this is it. This is the last state. I'm ready to wrap this up. It's been a great journey, and man, I've really enjoyed it. And I'm ready to go home. And today we got one step closer to that, one step closer to Katahdin. That's all that's on my mind right now. Katahdin. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna enjoy Maine. I hear a lot of good things about it. Beautiful. And I'm really looking forward to the 100-mile wilderness and a couple other things. It's gonna be great. Can't wait for it. But Katahdin, man. I want to climb Katahdin. It'll happen soon. As of now, I'm headed down here to the Carlo Col Shelter. We did about 17 miles today out of Rattle River Hostel there in Gorham. And depending on how tomorrow goes in the weather, we actually got real lucky today. There was a real high percentage rain chance, and thankfully it hasn't rained on us yet. I've still got about 0.3 to the shelter, so it could open up and dump on me real quick if it wanted to, but hopefully it doesn't do that. Tomorrow I think there's also a chance of rain. That will determine what kind of day we do. We're very close to the Mahoosic Notch, which is labeled as the hardest mile on the AT. Only when we do it will we know if it really is the hardest mile. We're close. We could potentially do it tomorrow if the weather is right. We do not want to be doing it during rain. It's going to be hard enough as it is, let alone slick with rain. So anyway, I'm gonna get on up here, get to the shelter. I'll show you the shelter and wrap up today's worth of video. This video, as you already have found out, is titled The Main Event, because that's what it is. And I'm happy about it. All right, we'll see you. See you guys in the morning. What's up, guys? Leaving the Carlo Col Shelter. It's basically noon. The rain moved in last night. It thunderstormed and rained all night. And we've just kind of been waiting out the rain. It's pretty much stopped now, and we're gonna move on, get back on the trail. I think we're going to a shelter that's about 5 miles away from here. It's the shelter right before the Mahoosic Notch. Everything's still pretty wet, all the rocks and stuff still pretty slick, so we're just going to that shelter for the night. Hopefully this stuff kind of dries out overnight, and we'll take on the notch in the morning. That's the plan. So, all right, let's get back to the trail. What's up, guys? We made it to Full Goose Shelter here in Maine. We only did like 4 or 5 miles today. We just came from Carlo Col Shelter. Left there about noon. We stayed late in there to try to beat out the rain, and we got down the trail a couple miles and it just dumped on us. So it just poured and soaked our bags and clothing and everything, and so we just pulled up here at the Full Goose Shelter, and we're going to stay here tonight and then take on Mahoosuc Notch, Mahoosuc Arm tomorrow. Hopefully it's sunny now and bright and nice, and hopefully that kind of dries it up a little bit, because it's a pretty tough section, and I'm sure it's even tougher in the rain and when wet. So anyway, that's about got it for this little segment. Not much of a day, and no real views either, although right now there is kind of a view from this tent platform I'm sitting on. It's pretty nice through there, so hopefully it stays like this for the rest of the journey, and yeah, we'll crank out a couple miles tomorrow, get through the Mahoosuc, and keep on rolling. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, y'all. We just left Full Goose Shelter, headed towards Mahoosuc Notch. Like I said yesterday, it rained quite a bit, so this notch is gonna be slick, and it's probably gonna take us a while, but we'll make it through. But I'll let you know when we get there, show you around. Made it to the start of the Mahoosuc Notch. Temperature's already dropped quite a bit. We're here at the beginning of it. Might get pretty crazy. I'm looking forward to it though. Starting the Mahoosuc Notch now. Oh, we're having fun.
I know, you
Gotta get up there.
Fun. Here I come, boys.
And we're done. The notch is done. Now we gotta go up the arm. All right. Starting to climb up the Mahoosuc Arm now. 9:38. Made it up to the top of Mahoosuc Arm. Pretty tough climb, but nothing we haven't done before. Looking at old Speck, there's a fire tower up on top. We'll be there here in a little bit. It's a nice day today. Hope it stays clear. No more rain. to the top of Old Speck. We're getting ready to make a long descent into Grafton Notch. And over there, I think that is a bald pate, which we'll be climbing up after we get done climbing down to Grafton Notch. So.
What lake is that?
All right, let's go.
Yesterday. Yeah, but another place.
Yeah, where are you guys Ripley
Yeah,
Falls.
in New Hampshire. There, I'm from.
Back on trail from Grafton Notch, and we had some trail magic. It's the first trail magic I've had in a while, and it was good, and I ate way too much, and now I've got to hike up Bald Pate. Gonna do it very slowly though. Trying to get to Frye Lean-To, which is on the other side of Bald Pate. It's about 5 miles from where we're at now. Hopefully we can make it there in pretty good time and settle in for the night. That's the plan. Come back in a bit. What do you think about that trail, Jeff?
Very well. Probably the best trail we've seen, right?
Yeah,
All those nice little steps, very well maintained, very well implemented.
it was nice.
I would like to have that all the way to Katahdin.
It was a nice trail. So we made it up to the first Bald Pate peak. There's another one across the way here. I'm looking at it currently, I believe. Looks pretty nice too. I'd say there's gonna be some good views up here. Headed to the Frye Lean-To. It's got a couple miles left to get to it, but oh yeah, beautiful view. Check it out. Headed up East Bald Pate. It's just basically this rock. It's just sheer rock that we're walking on. It's not too bad right now, but I bet it would be bad in the rain. Wow. Speaking of rain, checked the radar a bit ago. Looks like there might be some coming our way. So we're moving pretty quick up this thing. Trying to get to this shelter, but it's really neat up here. Very pretty. What's up, y'all? Made it to Frye Notch Lean-To. Right here at the bottom of Bald Pate. Puts us for about 15, 16 miles for the day. Pretty good day considering we did the Mahoosic Notch, Mahoosic Arm. That took a long time. Got in on some great trail magic at Grafton Notch, and then came up Bald Pate, and that was really cool, real nice. plan for tomorrow is to do about the same mileage and make it into Andover, where we're going to be staying at a little hostel there. Seems like a nice place. Get a resupply and just relax. So that's the plan, and we will see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. We just left Frye Notch Lean-To, and we are headed towards a road crossing that's about 14 miles away. We're gonna get picked up by the people from the cabin hostel in Andover. Gonna go in, resupply, hopefully have dinner and breakfast in the morning with them, and then of course stay and relax. Get back on trail tomorrow and start knocking out the miles towards Rangeley. So that's kind of our plan. These next few days are hopefully going to be good weather days, and there's a few miles in between Andover, Rangeley, Stratton, and then Monson. So hopefully our resupplies are going to be light and our packs will be light and we can cruise through them. It rained last night quite a bit. Trail's a little soggy this morning, but that's all right. We were in the shelter. We stayed dry. So that's about it. I'll come back to you here in a minute with some views from the trail. Making our way down Moody Mountain. Gonna get picked up down here by the fine folks at the cabin hostel in Andover. So looking forward to that. Just gonna do a light resupply. I think we'll be in Rangeley in the next day or two, so we'll get some more food there. But we get down here to the bottom, I'll show you around the hostel here in a bit.
Stargazer.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Kentucky,
Hey, man.
and Jeff.
Yeah.
We're gonna have,
That's
oh, I need to.